Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. So today I'm going to show you how you can do your own headband. So this is a project that's great for beginners, so even if you don't have a lot of experience, feel free to watch and see how I do it. It yields a really awesome result in the end as well. It's great for gifts or even for yourself. So if you want to learn how you can do this all by yourself, then stay tuned. So first of all, we need some stretchy fabric of your choice, so something you have lying around the house or something you got specifically for this. Then you need some pins, your fabric scissors, and something to measure with. So first you measure your head or the head of the person you're making it for. You can leave it a bit looser if you like, since the fabric is stretchy. You can do any size, so you can do kid size or even baby size. So whatever you do, you measure the head size and then you add additional 3 centimeters to the number that you get, since when we're gonna sew the stitches, they're gonna take a little bit of space or the length away, so we want to keep the original size by adding the 3 centimeters. And you see my piece here that I cut out, so this is up to you and your desired size. The width is also up to you, but make sure to double the size you actually want to get. So if you want, for example, 20 centimeters of width, then you would do 40, and here you would also add the 3 centimeters extra just for the stitches, so here as well. And yeah, this is it. So this time I'll make the front with a little band or ribbon shape so that you see the extra piece that I have here, so that's for that. And it's a square that's 15 times 15 centimeters in my case. So the first step is to take care. If you're using stretchy fabric, you will need a special jersey or stretch needle and a stitch that fits it as well. I recommend a zigzag stitch because it's the simplest way to do something like this, but there are other options if you want to experiment, if you have a little bit more experience. So anyway, let's put it like this. So nicely onto the surface. And put pretty side on pretty side, but so that it looks away from you. So in my case, you won't notice the difference because they're pretty much the same, so I don't really pay attention to it, but if you have a different type of fabric, make sure you do that. And then we sew on the longer sides together. Now you turn this inside out and you can use a safety pin, but if it's wide enough, you won't have any trouble with this. And now you can align the stitch in the middle. So that you don't see it later when you wear it. And now we need to sew the open ends together, so align the stitches again. That's your guide here. So definitely use them to make it easier for you to align, and also make sure there are no twists before you sew this stitch, so nothing weird going on where you don't want it. And then you stitch until you no longer can continue. So you're gonna have a little opening left, which is exactly what we want for turning it inside out. Now you can push this to the inside and you see what you have. Just a little opening is left over. And you can do this with your sewing machine, or you can do this by hand, so the closing up. In my case, I'll do it by hand, but as I said, feel free to do whatever you find easier. It's gonna be on the back of our ribbon part, so you won't be able to see it when you wear it anyway. So on the back of this section is what I mean, so you'll definitely won't see it. So take your square and again align pretty side on pretty side and do the same as we just did. Stitch the longer sides up, and then when you do that, you of course leave the ends open. Turn this inside out and then repeat the same. So again, form a little ring and close the open ends. So just like we did already, but this time we're gonna do it with the big piece around it. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So it might be a bit tricky, but it's actually pretty much the same thing. So here is the opening I closed up, and now I'll go around the big piece with our little piece and we'll form a ring. And you should close it here on the back side. Make sure the stitches are aligned again, so that's really important. And then you can just do a stitch simply on here with your sewing machine, so just a regular zigzag stitch, or you can do these inside sections with the machine, the sewing machine, and the rest then you can do by hand. So it's pretty much up to you. So just the insides and the front part by hand. Now you can push it where you want it to be, so make sure to hide the stitches. You can also do a small stitch through the center so that it doesn't slip, but this is optional. Okay, so here we are. We hit all of the stitches. I'm just kind of checking a bit to see if everything's all right here. And here is the ribbon effect, so the stitches are on the back. And if this is bugging you when you wear it, then there's an option of pushing it to the top or to the bottom so that it doesn't touch your skin, but so that it also doesn't show when you wear it. Or you can sew a different stitch that kind of goes to the inside so that you don't have a stitch sticking out at all. So all in all, this is the project. This is the headband that you can sew. We usually do crocheting or knitting headbands, but I wanted to show you a little bit different version, so how you can do this as well with sewing. So you can do the ribbon effect. I think it looks really nice, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. As you can see, it's highly customizable, and the cool thing is you can change the baby size or the kid size or an adult size, so it's highly customizable. You can do with it pretty much whatever you want. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, you can shoot us a thumbs up to let us know. If you would like to stay updated with the videos that we're gonna post in the future, then you can click on the subscribe button, and that way you get notified every time we post something new, and all of that for free. Also, feel free to share with your friends. That's always nice, and the comment section is as always open and can be found below the video if you want to leave some feedback, ask questions, or maybe suggest what projects we could do in the future, or something you want to learn and you think I can show you. So thanks for watching DIY Ideas. I'll see you next time. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye!